Is there one lens out there that many amateurs don't seem to own, and if they did, would it change their photographic visual success? I'm about to share with you what one focal length that lens is.
Adorama TV presents You Keep Shooting with Bryan Peterson, where you'll learn unique and creative techniques that will elevate your photography skills. Here's your host, Bryan Peterson.
I'm a really big believer in using the equipment that you have to its maximum potential. But I'm also a stronger believer in this. For those of you that have a cropped sensor camera, and there's a lot of you out there, you are missing out if you don't have a wide-angle lens that goes far beyond the normal 18mm focal length that most of you are settling for. Hi, I'm Bryan Peterson, and you're watching Adorama TV. I'm also the author of Understanding Exposure and Bryan Peterson's Field Guide to Understanding Composition. I'm here in the beautiful Midwest countryside of cornfields and soybean fields and the proverbial red barn. I want to share with you a very simple and very clear example of what you are missing out on. Most of you with a cropped sensor camera also purchase with that what we call a kit lens or a street zoom lens, something along the 18 to 55, 18 to 85, or possibly even 18 to 200. I have no problem with these lenses. They're incredibly useful, wonderful for what I call doing street photography. But when it comes to landscape, you really are missing out because your wide-angle lens stops right about the point where it just starts to open up and get really interesting. 18mm on a cropped sensor camera is equivalent to a 28mm wide-angle lens on a full-frame sensor camera. 75 degrees is the angle of view of an 18mm cropped sensor wide-angle lens. I'm suggesting that you really need to see the world at 84-degree angle of view and 92 and 102. The wider, the better. It really opens up the tremendous opportunities for shooting landscape. In this particular case, I've got the proverbial red barn surrounded by the cornfields in the beautiful Midwestern state of Illinois. Let's take a look at 18mm of this red barn with the sky. And I'm sure you'll agree, well, that's pleasant. I see no problem. Why would I not like that? Well, it's not that you won't like it, but look how much more wider and expansive view and diminishing the size of the red barn we're able to do by going to a wider angle. Look at that. Compare those two side by side. The barn is also diminished the wider we go, in this case 12mm, and the sky is much more expansive. Do yourself a favor, save up your pennies and get something along the lines of a 10 to 22 or a 12 to 24. Once you have this lens, trust me, you'll soon make some incredible discoveries that you thought were limited to the pros. The fact of the matter is, it's all about lens choice. And in this particular case, I really believe the wider angle lens is going to make a big difference in your photography. And of course, speaking of where can you get this lens, it's pretty obvious. You know my feelings about this. Lowest prices, best customer service you'll find at Adorama. Hey, until next time, this is Bryan Peterson saying, you keep shooting.
For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. Place your order by 8 p.m. and it ships the same day. Plus, next time you're in New York City, be sure to visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.